Okay, look, I know this one is mainstream. This one everybody knows. This one is not an obscure PSP demo or a discount bin discovery or a game a bakery employee recommended to me. But I have to talk about my GOAT. I have to, because Dragon Ball Z is the love of my life. I say that with my full chest. My fiance gets mad when I say it, and I completely understand the frustration, but I don't give a fuck because it's the truth. DBZ was there before everything. DBZ will be there after everything. That is just the reality of my situation, and I have made my peace with it. And here's the thing about being a DBZ fanatic. It comes with a very specific vulnerability. Bandai could release absolute slop and I would buy all of it. No hesitation, no reviews, no waiting for a sale. A DBZ cooking simulator, day one. A DBZ puzzle game, I hate puzzles, but I'm still buying it. A DBZ game where you just watch Goku stand there, shut up and take all my money. I will watch this man stand there for 40 hours. That is the power DBZ has over me, and I'm not ashamed. But here's the thing, Budokai Tenkaichi 3 is not slop. Budokai Tenkaichi 3 is the opposite of slop. Budokai Tenkaichi 3 is the greatest Dragon Ball Z game ever made, and I will be saying that sentence until I am physically incapable of forming words. Now let me give you a little context about my life at the time. My dad, he wanted me to be Lionel Messi. Not like, oh, I hope my son does well at football. No, this man had a vision, a specific, detailed, non-negotiable vision. And the vision was me becoming one of the greatest footballers to ever live. Now, was I good? Yes. Could I have been something? Probably. But was I Lionel Messi? No, I was not Messi. Nobody is Messi except Messi. And my dad took that personally. So every week I played football. Every week I was not Messi. And every week there were consequences for not being Messi. But Friday nights were different. Friday nights I sat down in front of that PS2 and booted up Budokai Tenkaichi 3. And everything else ceased to exist. The week, the football, the consequences not being an Argentine generational talent, gone. Just me and the greatest Dragon Ball Z game ever made. And the first thing that hits you when you boot up Budokai Tenkaichi 3 is the roster. 161 characters. 161. This game didn't just include the main cast. This game went into the deep archive and pulled out characters that even dedicated fans had to look up. Different forms, different sagas, different timeline versions of the same character. You want Kid Goku, he's there. You want Goku from the Saiyan saga, there. Super Saiyan, there. Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, obviously there. This game said we are putting everyone in, and we meant everyone, and they genuinely meant everyone. I spent an embarrassing amount of time just scrolling through the roster, not even playing, just scrolling, looking at every character, reading their stats, planning who I was going to main. This was a whole activity on its own. And then the combat, whoa. Budokai Tenkaichi 3 is a 3D arena fighter, you and your opponent flying around a destructible environment, throwing hands, ki blasts, and beam struggles at each other with the energy of two people who have completely lost the motherfucking plot. The beam struggles alone when two characters lock beams and you're both mashing buttons trying to overpower each other, and the screen is shaking and the music is going insane, and suddenly someone breaks through and the other person takes the full blast in the face. Like, whoa, that's cinema. That's peak human achievement. Nothing has come close, and the story mode took you through the entire DBZ timeline. Much shorter than Budokai Tenkaichi 2, but the game that I remember is Budokai Tenkaichi 3, not 2. I never had 2. I had 3 randomly, so it is what it is. You still have the Saiyan saga, the Frieza saga, Cell saga, Buu saga, and my personal favorite, the What If saga. Also the GT saga, by the way, and the actual Dragon Ball saga. So yeah, look, I appreciate what we had, and it is what it is, but I cannot explain what the fuck that felt like as a kid who loved Dragon Ball Z the way that I love Dragon Ball Z. It felt like the game was made specifically for me. Friday nights with Budokai Tenkaichi 3 got me through weeks I don't fully want to remember, and I'd go through every single one of those abusive weeks again just to experience this game for the first time. And I'm just being honest, that's just the truth. Now, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Peace out.